Welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the mysteries of life and the universe. Today, we are taking you on a journey to the microcosm to explore the enigmatic nature of viruses. Are they alive, or are they just organic robots? Buckle up and prepare to enter a world where biology meets robotics. Let's get started. Do organisms exist that we could consider organic robots? It turns out that viruses can be seen as such biological machines, extraordinary microorganisms compelling us to reassess our understanding of what life is. The nature of viruses is intriguing and somewhat surprising. On one hand, viruses possess characteristics typical of living organisms, yet on the other, they lack the basic mechanisms that define life. Therefore, one could say that viruses balance on the border of the animate and inanimate. Viruses consist of genetic material, DNA or RNA, surrounded by a protein layer, undeniably giving them an organic nature. However, unlike other living beings, viruses cannot independently produce energy and the essential components for survival. Instead, to reproduce, they must infect cells of other organisms and utilize their resources. A virus cannot independently perform basic life functions such as feeding, respiration, or reproduction. Instead, a virus needs a host whose cells can serve as a factory for producing new virus particles. In this sense, viruses resemble sophisticated machines more than living organisms. Like robots, viruses are programmed to survive and multiply, using other living beings for this purpose. Let's examine closely the features of viruses that liken them to robots. The lack of independence. Viruses cannot independently produce energy or the components necessary for life. They must parasite on other organisms, using their resources for their own functioning. The genetic material of a virus contains instructions that determine its behaviors, from the moment of infecting a host cell to the production of new virus particles. This is the virus's unique software. Unlike living organisms, viruses do not grow, mature, or age. They are created fully formed and remain in this state for the duration of their existence. Like robots, viruses can create their copies. Of course, unlike machines, viruses cannot do this independently. They only program host cells to produce new virus particles. While viruses do not grow and develop in a typical way, they demonstrate the ability to evolve. By mutating their genetic material, viruses can become increasingly complex and efficient in infecting new hosts. All these characteristics make viruses perceivable as organic robots, microscopic biological machines programmed for survival and reproduction. Viruses indeed exhibit many characteristics of machines rather than living organisms. Yet at the same time, they possess complex behaviors usually associated with living beings, such as evolution. This poses the question, can viruses fully be classified as non-living? The debate on whether viruses can be considered living organisms has long been ongoing among scientists. Traditional definitions of life, based on features such as independence, metabolism, or the ability to reproduce, seem insufficient when dealing with viruses. Viruses challenge our traditional understanding of what life is. They compel us to reconsider what truly defines a living organism. Perhaps viruses represent a completely new form of existence, something between animate and inanimate. Perhaps life has more dimensions than we previously assumed. One thing is certain. Viruses, these organic robots, continue to challenge and expand our understanding of life.